Hello everyone. So this is the demonstration of the final version of our app. So let's get started. I'm gonna go to this Thunkable app, and this is our splash screen. It takes us to the home screen. In the home screen, we have animation here, two buttons here, and let's check the study section first. If I click study, then I have these tabs at the top, which lets me like switch to the different tests, and each test has their list of words. For example, GRE test has two lists. If I select one of them, let's select the second one, it shows me all the words in the list and the meaning of those words. And if I want to expand one of the word, I'm just gonna click one of the word, and it will take me to another screen where I can use the pronunciation feature
Recluse,
here.
hermit, loner.
So these orange speaker buttons are clickable. If your user clicks that button, it will pronounce the word in English. And if you notice in the top, I'm using the same pattern everywhere in all screens to navigate back to the previous page or to the home screen. I'm just gonna go back here. And another thing to mention here, in the list view, it shows the number of words in that list and the name of the list. So that's pretty much all in the study section. Let's go back to the home page. Now let's click the take quiz. In take quiz, I have three options here because we have three tests: ACT, FSA, and GRE quiz. Let's check the GRE quiz. So I have a question in the top label, and then four buttons here at the bottom. And depending on the user selection, I'm just gonna click one of them. So it shows in the top like if it's the correct or incorrect answer, and it highlights the correct answers in the green one and the wrong answers in the red one. And after the selection, it dynamically changes the scoring at the bottom. For example, I'm going to select the second one, correct answer, green, second. I'm going to select the third one. Now I'm going to select something wrong intentionally, and now you see the scoring stays at 3. Now I'm just going to finish this, take you to the final score screen. In the final score screen, we have a final score here and a button to navigate back to the quiz screen again to take the quiz if the user wants to take the quiz again, and to go back to the home screen, and a little like image of the getter here. So let's go back to the quiz screen. So that's pretty much all. Now let's check the block section in the second part of the app demonstration. Thank you so much.
So let's check the block section of the app. On the splash screen, we have a logic to wait 3 seconds here on the screen and navigate to the home screen. And if we go to the home screen, we have a small animation here, 2 icons, 2 buttons for user to navigate to the study screen and the quiz screen. So if we go to the study screen, as you have seen it earlier in the app demonstration, instead of study screen, I use the top tab navigator here. What it does is just binds like more than one screen, so it's easier for user to switch from one screen to another without going back. And if we see the GRE screen, GRE test screen, so I am using here the list view, data list view. If I show you the block section, data viewer list, to retrieve all the data into that list related to GRE. And these buttons right here is from the header bar to navigate to the home screen or to to the previous page. So I am storing, I made a variable here, row ID, which is storing whatever the user is gonna select, and it will take it to the other screen. And if I expand that, here it will show the word meaning, and we have the speak function here all implemented here, or by that row ID the app knows like the selection of the user. In the other sections, ACT and FSA, it follows the same pattern, so I'm not gonna go through that. Now I'm gonna show you guys the quiz screen. So for example, let's go to the main quiz screen. We have 3 buttons here, as you have seen earlier in the app demonstration, and it navigates to the respective quiz page. And if I pick one of them, for example, let's just go with the FSA quiz screen. So here is the label of the question and error message, and then the 4 options, and at the bottom the label of the score. If I go to the block section, here you can see there is a lot going on this page. So I have a function here to update each question whenever the user selects one of the answer, then update the next question. And this is the function to highlight the correct answers. Let me zoom it in here, and this is the function to highlight the wrong answers. And after the selection is done on the next question, to clear it back to the white background. This is the function for that. And this is the function for the correct answer, to change the value of the scoring after each question depending on the user selection, and this is for the wrong answers. And here we have whenever the user clicks the button, so it checks the entry in the database to verify if the selection is correct. And here after the user, after this is a function like when all the questions have been answered, then what to do. It will take if all the questions are done, if the number of rows are equal to the number of questions in the database, then it will take the user to the end screen. And if we go to the end screen, we can see here it will display the final scoring, and depending on what test we have the user took, like ACT or FSA, for example this one, or GRE, and user has an option to go back to the home screen and go back to the quiz screen. So that's all. Thank you so much.